But the first one I got here of an overkill conspiracy theory. Have you heard of the company Mattress Firm?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Are you aware of how many Mattress Firm stores there are and the theory of why there are so many?
I will say this. I drove to I drove out to the ass end of Long Island a few weeks back, and the reason that it's so crazy, the reason that you said, do I know Mattress Firm, is because of that ride. Because I was like, how many fucking mattress firms do they need on Long Island?
Exactly, because this is a product, though, that most people don't need for 10 years at a clip.
Yeah.
So why, like, there's reports here of, 4 mattress firms on one corner of an intersection.
No way,
that
really?
seems excessive.
That's what it says here in this article I'm reading, that, there's instances where there are 4 mattress firms on an intersection, like a 4-way stop, and you have the ability to turn left, right, and hit a mattress firm if you do. What if you had to guess? Why is there? I mean, it's a staggering amount of mattress firms.
I can personally attest to that I had that thought a few weeks back. Like, what's going on with all these mattress firms? No clue.
Is it that they just want to dominate the market? So it's if they're getting places that are not that expensive to rent.
No, they're getting high visible highway, locations, and with big giant letters on them, Mattress Firm.
Yeah.
Now I go to the friendlies that we went to, where everybody went after bowling. There's a Mattress Firm there in that plaza, and every time I go there often, I never see anybody in there. There's a Mattress Firm on the way to Red Bank. I rarely see anybody in there.
There's no cars in front of it.
Yeah, it is a strange thing, and the theory is right now is that it's a money laundering thing.
That's what I would. If I had to guess, but it's so. I mean, how obvious can they make it then?
Well, I think that is you have that many. It's almost like nobody would ever think that, though. Like, it's all legit. You're so high profile. You have so many. Like, who is going to assume that it's improper, though?
Yeah.
Are there theories as to who's using it to launder money?
Well, who is most likely to launder money? Gangsters.
Yeah, but which type of gangsters? Because I don't want to talk about Russian gangsters in case they hear it. Those motherfuckers cut your dick off.
You're more concerned with Russian gangsters than, say, Italian gangsters?
Look, the Italian gangsters, the worst that's going to happen is they're going to fucking, they're going to give you 2 in the back of the head, or maybe if you're a real prick, they're going to put your head in a vice and pop your eyeball out or something like that. But
they don't touch your dick.
They don't touch it. The Italians know, man. The Italians hold nothing more sacred.
We leave your sausage alone, okay?
Yeah.
But Ruskies, they're prone to go right for the gonad.
They don't fuck around, man. That's why they're so scary. I'd give them 10% of my business if they came after me, threatened to cut off my dick. I'd be like, oh, here you go.
That's a good point. It could be like high-level money laundering. But where is the money coming from? Drugs, I guess?
I don't know. I mean, there's just no way there is such a demand for mattresses that they need this many locations. 3,500 stores on the East Coast. That's a lot of stores.
It's like, well, everyone is shuttering their businesses because you can't get people to buy anything other than online.
Yeah.
These guys are...
Multiple stores equals multiple places to shuffle money between and more sources for fake money to appear to come from. The South African retailer Steinhoff brought Mattress Firm for $3.8 billion.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
How many mattresses do you have to sell?
Come on.
Yeah.
$3.8 billion?
Yeah, that's fucking a lot, man.
I mean,
for mattresses.
If I was Casper, I'd be watching out for my dick right now. Right? I mean, if you were the owner of Casper,
I'm getting out of the game. Fuck this.
And purple?
Oh, yeah.
No way. No way. There's nothing like I mean, apologies to anybody that got their dick cut off and that's listening, but like, if my dick got cut off, I might be like, what's the point?
Oh, I thought you meant they do it and you're dead anyway, though. It's just some, like, and they...
Worse! They cut it off and they let you go!
Well, yeah, it's worse, but, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, 2 bullets in the head, and if they shoot you and then cut it off, I mean, you really don't know anyway, though.
Like,
No, that's
then
what I'm
there's
saying.
There's a shame, like, if they put it in your mouth sometimes.
Yeah, I've heard that, too. Yeah.
I'm gay for myself.
But I'm sure, though, by the time they get you to the funeral home, they'll remove it. So it's not like you're going to get viewed.
Viewing. You don't bother taking my cock out of my mouth. He died as he lived. With his cock in his mouth.
You got to do a closed casket because you got to take it in your mouth. Yeah, but you know those fucking morgue technicians are making fun of you and taking pictures to send their friends and shit like that. Like, hey, this guy's got a dick in his mouth. Look at this. It's just no way to go, man. It's no way to go.
Yeah, when do they take it out, I wonder? Somebody finds you in the trunk of a car. You got a dick in your mouth. You got your own dick in your mouth. Like, whose job is it to remove it?
I would think it would be the homicide detective. I wonder if Troy's removed any dicks from anybody.
Probably a lot.
Well, I fucking know that motherfucker's making fun of me then.
I'm not saying he keeps them. That's not, no.
Troy's got jars of penises.
I'm sure he puts it in the evidence bag, a little baggie and everything. But
right.
I would imagine, like, he has to, like, dust it for prints.
Yeah. He's probably impressed sometimes by the size.
Yeah.
Dust it for prints.
But it says here, Steinhoff's, the company that brought the stock or brought the mattress firm for $3.8 billion. The stock price tanked as much as 62% in one day, wiping out $15 billion of its market value.
Whoa.
The company postponed publishing its full-year accounts, citing accounting irregularities. Damn. I knew what the word was. Just never said it out loud before. And its 2 top executives and chairman resigned.
Something was going on. They were shuffling money from somewhere to somewhere. I think you're right about
I don't
that.
know if this is really an overkill. It's kind of like a white collar conspiracy, maybe. I don't know if it's deserving of the overkill, but we've been out of practice. So that's why I have another one.
It's not that spooky.
Have you ever heard about Iran's dolphins?
No, I thought they were desert.
Iran.
Right? That's what is really fucked up. I thought they were landlocked. I mean, that's why we don't talk about politics. We don't even know if Iran has a body of water around them, but they must because they
have the Persian Gulf.
Oh, okay.
And
there you go.
So they have plenty of water. Then
they got dolphins.
Okay, so in 2000, Iran purchased a fleet of military-trained dolphins from Russia, and no one knows whether they're alive or not today. The dolphins were trained by the Soviet Union to kill.
To bite off dicks.
Now, I maintain, it doesn't say how much Iran paid Russia for these dolphins, but I would need a hell of a fucking show before I fucking plop down a cent for killer dolphins.
How do they kill people? Does it say?
I don't know. I mean, if you're saying they're killer dolphins because maybe you strap a bomb to them, right. That's not really a killer dolphin.
No.
You just strapped a bomb onto a fucking helpless, animal.
Right.
It's a suicide bomber.
Yeah.
They like that shit.
Yeah, they indoctrinate those dolphins.
Yeah.
But no one knows what they did with the dolphins, though. And there's not a lot of news gets out of Iran, but What do you think, Hugh? Is that one a little bit more spookier than Mattress Firm? I'm going in order of like from least spooky to most spooky.
It's definitely more in line with the typical Overkill. I would say that would pass that test for sure. But I just wonder, like, how effective could they be if, like, we've never heard anything about their missions, or like, the Pentagon's never been like, fuck, we lost a ship.
But they would never come out and admit that.
No,
you know, they would never come out and admit that they got fucking
right. But have we lost any ships at all?
They might have. No, but what about other countries though? You don't know if they sent their killer dolphins to infiltrate and to board a ship and start killing all the passengers.
Oh, you think they have like cybernetic like limbs and stuff like that where they can crawl onto the boat and start?
Well, I thought that's how. I mean, how else are you going to kill everybody? You need. I mean, other than like what you think, it's literally like they just go all under. Well, damn, dude. I would just send a little sub under there. Then I wouldn't go buy dolphins. Then if you're just going to like kill the dolphins and like that's a waste of money.
How much is a sub? And like you could, like I think also like your enemies are looking for subs. They have the sonar. They have the depth charges.
Ooh,
Nobody's looking for a dolphin. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it says here that the Dolphins had originally been trained in the Soviet Union to attack enemy ships. When funding for the project ran out, the Dolphins were acquired by their former trainer, who moved them to a dolphinarium. I didn't know such a thing existed. But public interest waned, I guess. People are like, dolphins, big deal. And their caretaker was forced to sell them when he ran out of food.
Where, in Iran?
This is in Iran, yeah. No, I guess this is in Russia.
Oh, he sold them to Iran,
and
right?
then they sold them to Iran, right?
I think he just was like, yeah, these are killer dolphins. He couldn't take care of them anymore, so he said that he trained them to kill. So in my mind, I was thinking that they just come up and they have like a little mini machine gun, and they just come up and or maybe even something more like maybe even a poison dart, and they see someone on deck, they shoot them.
You're thinking they're like Marvel, like brute force with Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool. I wish we lived in that world. Yeah,
you're both right. You're both right, because at military.com, they say the dolphins were trained to kill enemy frogmen using harpoons mounted on their backs. Oh. And they would also swim at enemy ships in suicide attacks while carrying explosive sea mines, because they're able to distinguish between Russian and American submarines by the sound of their propulsion systems.
Now, I know they're super smart, right? We know that they're one of the most intelligent creatures on the planet. Mm-hmm. But even they're not smart enough to know that they're fucking committing suicide. They just know that they just know there's something on their back. They don't want it on their back. And
right, they're trying to shake it off.
And they're trained to like maybe be told to go towards an object, but they definitely aren't like saying goodbye to their friends as they swim off.
No, not at all. They think they're getting a sardine after they're done.
Yeah.
Or 72 virgin dolphins.
I heard there was. Isn't that how they got those guys on the planes in 9/11? Like they promised, like they didn't know they were going to die afterwards, right? Like that was the theory that came out.
Yeah, they were going to have a beautiful 72 brides, virgins.
No. What I had heard was that only the people in the cockpit knew that they were crashing the planes into the tower.
Everyone
the rest
else
of the motherfuckers in the back.
Oh.
They thought that they were just going to like hijack the plane, take it somewhere, and make a statement.
They probably knew there was a good chance they could die, though, in this whole thing.
Sure, but there's a difference between a good chance you can die and like, well, we're going to crash this fucking plane directly into a building. Yeah.
All right. So I still haven't.
This seems like it could be true. Seems like it is true.
Yeah, but I just found it like no one's heard about it. I don't think. But all right, I still have more.
I have an anti-overkill thing because I think that I proved to myself that ghosts don't exist, and because I was in Charleston, South Carolina this weekend,